Right on.
You ready?
Rock.
Ready?
All right. Welcome back to the Revive Podcast every day. Today we are here with Brett Terrapin and Jesse from Slugcrust. How you guys doing?
Doing very
Good.
well. How are you,
Good.
Owen?
I'm doing great. So I'm going to introduce you guys one by one, and I'd love for you guys to tell me a little bit about yourself. Jesse, we'll go with you first.
Awesome. What's up, everybody? I'm Jesse from Slugcrust. I've been playing in this band for about 2 years with some of my best friends here. And that's all. That's my lead in. So, up next is Brett.
Yes, sir.
Hello, I'm Brett Terrapin. I play drums in Slugcrust and Brass Tongue. I've been playing since I was 16, baby. So the rock gonna keep going.
Oh, yeah. Jesse, is that a Torch Runner shirt you got on?
Oh, it sure is. Got to be excellent to each other in a torch runner.
Great band. I saw them play at First and Flight Fest a couple, like last month, I think, October 6th.
Sweet.
It was a great show, but
North
I'm gonna,
Carolina?
you what?
Was that in North Carolina?
Yeah, it was in North Carolina. It was Advent, Stretch Armstrong, uh Torch Runner, I think Blank Face.
It's a stacked bill, pal.
I could be wrong, but it was a great show. Can't lie. I thought that was like my first out of town show.
What'd you think?
I thought it was great. Wasn't a huge pit like I thought, but yeah, you know.
Hey man, it's not always gonna be crazy as long as
I
you keep.
know I can't get everything I want, so it's a good life lesson. Well, hey, I'm gonna get into this and I'm gonna ask you guys some good questions. You ready?
Yeah, rapid fire, pal. Let's go.
All right, let's go. So I'm gonna ask you guys first where you met the band members and what made you want to start a band with them.
Sure. Jesse, you want to go first? You want me to go?
We can take it from where you asked me to join the band when I was dead for 10 years, if you recall.
Uh, so we'll start way back. I went to high school with Jesse. That's where I met him.
Lexington High School.
Like Lexington High School, pal. Go Wildcats.
I'm a rival. I'm the Wildcats rival. It's my school right there.
You're
So
where are you, Irma?
River Bluff.
River Bluff. Oh,
Uh,
see, I was long
cool.
gone whenever River Bluff came along.
Yeah, that was before your time, huh?
It was. It was. They were building it when I was leaving.
Oh,
It's huge.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
it's a big school.
Yeah.
Anyway, as far as Derek goes, I met him through Worm, and then I met Stacy through Derek. Because Derek and Stacy have been boys for a long time. They've been
Okay.
in bands together. They were what, 14, 15?
Yeah. You and I aren't much different. I think you and I started playing in bands. I think when my first band with you was when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
Brett, I think from there it's just been kind of um, a long-term tenure of riffs.
It was always adjacent bands with you, Jesse. It was always like we would play with y'all because you did Aversions, you did Vespers, you did City Under Flames, right? You did. We were 16, young bulls playing metalcore in Lexington, man. It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Adjacent.
Where was like your main spot to like jam out?
As in play shows or practice?
Practice. Like whose house?
My mom's house.
Really?
Yeah, shout
Still
out.
living at home?
Yeah, oh yeah. I was, yeah, I moved out when I was 21. I moved to Atlanta when I was 21, but my mom let me play drums in my room that entire time.
My mom hates it.
Hates it?
Yeah, she hates the noise.
Give her some noise canceling headphones. That's what I gave my mom.
Dude, Christmas is coming up.
There you go, pal.
I gotta do it. I definitely should. Then she'll never have like an excuse to tell me no. I
She'll
like, yeah,
it'll be a
yeah.
lot harsh.
Like I can't just start playing drums. I have to go in the house and ask everybody if I can, if they're okay with me playing drums. They'll be like, yeah, that's fine.
Good
But
on
if
you.
yeah, I know. I try and stay humble, you know.
Killing it, Owen. You're on
So
the right.
what do your family members think of the band? They like it, they don't like it, maybe, you know, just what is their initial thoughts of the band?
Uh, I mean, my wife likes that I enjoy playing.
Yeah.
My mom's stoked that I'm still playing drums. Dad's indifferent. And I don't know, it's not like they really come out and like see us play, but say, oh, it's always the question, like, so how's the band doing? Yeah, I mean, still playing gigs, still having fun. Still writing, enjoying my time here. So I would say all in all, it's a thumbs up.
Okay. Jesse, what about you?
Mine is usually along the lines of, we love the band, Jess. We love the sound you're making, but if you just sing a little bit, that'd be great. You know, that's kind of that's what Thanksgiving's like with the verdicts. But you know, they do love it, and they're supportive of my family is, and I got to thank them for being supportive. But it's you know, it's different when you're screaming a little bit, but you know, everyone seems to back what I do, and that's great.
Okay, and Southern family, I assume.
Yeah, a little bit of
Okay.
column A, a little bit of column.
Okay, so I've noticed lately on a lot of these interviews, most of the Southern parents don't like it as much.
Why is it so loud? I can't understand what he's saying. That was more when, I don't know, teenage years. Now they've just kind of accepted, oh yeah, you play fast and you do what you like and you're still enjoying it. So
Yeah, of course.
overall happiness, I think, is what makes them happy.
Right.
Yeah, and I think they're not going to sway us after 10 or 15 years of doing this. I think they
Oh,
realize
of course. Yeah. Yeah.
it's softer music, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, you guys have played in, you know, a lot of bands over the years. We'll get into that more detail in a little bit, but what makes this band stand out to you guys as terms of, you know, this band hasn't broken apart yet? How come, you know, this band is still together and the other bands aren't? What makes this one special to you guys?
To me, the grind just glues everybody together. I mean, I can let Brett take away some of that there, but you know, it's the dedication to the sound that we're making is what I can attribute to, you know, what keeps this band going and what keeps us, you know, in business and playing shows and producing music. That's to sum up professionally, but you know, other than that, that's just a good time. That's why we keep doing it.
Of
I
course.
guess.
Yeah, Brett.
For me, I'll take it from a drum standpoint. Not necessarily eco side, but the releases after trying to take way more of a punk approach, a lot more single foot blast, do as much as I possibly can with my right foot, as opposed to like double bass parts or anything like that. Lot more DB, a lot more double up hi-hat stuff. That's what sets this one apart from anything else I've really been in.
Right.
Pushing myself to not take the easy way out on the blast beat kind of thing. Like I'm going to sit there and torture this right leg until it can't go anymore.
Okay. I like that. And you guys haven't Slugcrust hasn't played a lot of consistent shows lately, like, you know, like it's kind of been pretty spaced out. Does this mean that you guys are working on something, or are you guys just focused on other stuff?
We have an EP finished actually, just waiting to get
Okay.
so we were working on that. Summer was busy for us. The double duty for me really came down to work and time off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really kind of what it came down to.
All right. And are you guys taking off work to play in these bands?
100%.
Okay.
Yep.
And I asked Zeb a couple months ago, I was like, hey, are you coming down to First and Flight Fest? And he was like, no, I got to get back to work. I haven't been to work in 7 weeks. And I was like, okay, that I understand that. I can't hate on that.
That was the boot, man. My man moshed too hard up at This Is Hardcore.
Oh, dude. Well, how did he hurt his foot?
He fractured something in his foot. He either stomping around or jumping. I don't know. He still drove back. I don't know how. He's a GD god amongst mere mortals, man. I don't know.
Right foot too, right?
Yeah, he was
Good
booted
grief.
for that long, man.
Booted up on the drive home. That's
And he played it off like, yeah, I got to go to the doctor. And it's like, man, you broke something, pimp. Like a bone is broken in your body right now.
dude. That man is. He's not on any drugs, but it seems like it. You know what I mean?
My man's high on life.
Yeah, he is. I think we all are. That's a
You
good
see
thing.
that man in the gym, buddy. I've never seen him small bigger.
Really?
Oh yeah, lifting heavyweight. We're talking.
How much do you think that man lifts?
I don't want to know.
Fair enough.
A lot.
You guys lift a lot
with
or
me.
no?
No, I run.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
I'll
that.
run. My wife and I just started back in the gym, trying to get right for spring and summer, dog. Beach season's coming.
It is,
Woo-hoo.
dude. It is. And you gotta look nice. Tans aren't gonna be there anymore. It's getting
That's it.
cold out.
I'm not getting any younger. This stuff just sticks on me. So I gotta start doing something.
Fair enough. Got to make the mustache look extra special. The hair.
Shout out Danielle for cropping this up, man. She did a good job.
Shout out Danielle.
Shout out Danielle.
Yeah. So you guys have released an EP this year already. How did that? How was the release? The initial release for it?
Josh, you got it. Go for it, Pimp.
Heck yes. I got to say that, shout out to Terminus State City for putting out this EP and making it so stressless. In addition to that, in Night Shift and our partnerships therein, where we can, we're able to put out that record called Bind, or it's actually split called Bind with our buddies in Swamp. We were able to put out a split with them earlier this year in April and consistently have product to promote with that and segue that into new music and new jams. So that's how, other than that, that's how I was writing it and going about and riffing and laying it down.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if it was stressful to get it out there.
I'd say
life was the most stressful part because around that time, Jesse was moved from Jacksonville. I was in the process of selling and buying a house.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. As soon as that was all done, Terminus Hate City and Night Shift really just took the reins and said, all right, this is when we're dropping this. X, Y, and Z was sick. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Came
Pretty
off.
fans love it too.
Yeah, it seemed to pop off whenever it dropped. It's only
I'm
3
included. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie.
No, numbers don't lie. The numbers doing well.
Numbers are numbers. Numbers are holding up. Numbers are up.
Fair enough. I understand that. So what gives you guys the motivation to, do as much as you do? Brett, you play brass tongue and this band. Jesse, you play in this band and you also have a podcast. So do you ever just, want to break from what you're doing, or is this everything that you want to be doing and what you love?
I'll let you go, Joss.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm doing what I love here, playing the Slugcrust, and able to get creative outlets that I have. In the example that you named, the Game of Proxyopoly podcast, it's a way that I can
Shout out.
Shout out.
It's a good way to turn something that is a mundane idea into bastardizing into something else. So it's real trying to find avenues where where we can create and also promote is good for everybody, and I enjoy at least having anything that I can do to have a platform and a microphone and invite someone on stage or behind that same microphone is something that I thoroughly enjoy, and it's not a labor of it's a labor. It's not even a labor of love. It's not even a labor. It's just something I love to do.
Okay, Brett, what about you?
As far as the motivation and taking breaks and stuff, breaks are always nice.
Of course.
I don't know, man. I kind of really don't know anything else. I've been doing this for a very long time. If I'm not playing, even if it's not just practicing, like we don't play shows, that's fine. But I don't think I'll ever quit playing drums, just as far as the exercise aspect, how I feel afterwards, getting better, learning new things, not trying to stay stagnant.
Heavy breathing after you blast beat.
100%, man. Hey, it's good for the ticker. You know what I'm saying? Like
I just learned how to play Kiss by the Fire all the way through.
How'd you do?
I think I did pretty well. I'll send you a video.
Please do, man.
Yes. The blast beat's a little difficult. I don't know how you do it, but
years, bud.
Yeah,
years.
literally years. I've been playing I think 8 years. So we started off with a small little baby kit, then we went to the Roland electric kit. Now we're at this one. So really nice. Geez, I have the brand name right here. Hold on.
Let me see. Talk to me.
It's a Star Classic.
What the H? That's what I play, pimp.
Really?
Yeah, Star Classic Maple.
Yeah, and I know that you refused to get a new drum set and yours is falling apart.
Hey, I've been playing since I was 16, dog.
Okay.
I bought it
I've
off my drum teacher, Mike Marchbank. Shout out, dude. I hope he's doing well.
shout out Mike.
Hey man,
Yeah.
16 bones for a 9-piece kit ain't bad, dog.
That's it. You got a big rack tom too.
It's a 14. It came as a floor tom and just put a different die cast hoop on top.
Did it really?
Oh yeah,
Jeez.
Well,
How big is your kick drum?
18-inch. It's tiny.
Dang, I'm playing a 20.
All right, right on. Still sounds like a cannon though, right?
Oh yeah, we had a guy at the I work over at a venue. I intern at a venue in Columbia. It's called the Senate.
Oh yeah, familiar.
We had a band come in there a couple weeks ago, and the guy was playing like a 26-inch kick drum.
Jesus,
Thing was massive, and it sounded like a tank rolling through the entire show.
that's the Bonham kick. Was it super like width wise? Was it like 26 by 14, or was it like just
Dude,
massive?
it was just massive all around. I think it was 26 like long. I don't know how wide it was, but I mean that thing was huge, man. I wish I got a picture of it. It is unreal.
What was the
One of
band?
our
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, dog. My
no,
fault.
it was a singer and he had a band. Um,
Gotcha.
think it might have been Charles Wesley Godwin. I
Right.
could be completely wrong. And I'm my supervisor might listen to this and I might be completely terribly wrong, but
Hey,
I will let you know pretty soon. But it was a huge kick drum and it was like unreal.
I want to look this sucker up, pal.
All right, his name was Zoltan. Shout out.
Shout out Zoltan.
He's a great guy. So I've got a little song breakdown in here. I got two of them. I've got Echoless and the Portal Wound. You guys want to do these ones?
Yes, sir.
Jesse,
Sure.
I know you're going to be breaking down the lyrics. So which one you want to start with first?
We can go in order. I think Eccles was one you brought up.
Okay.
I can start with that.
All right. So Jesse, in this song, you say oh man, this is gonna be hard. You got a lot of Chat GPT kind of words in here. So
This
it
is
says
So,
an incalculable singularity of abandonment purifies and exists only in eternity, slicing off pieces in space and instances of time. I bear witness to the most destructive, devouring, disintegrating state of every living and non-living thing. So there's a lot of heavy, big words in here. Is this a way for you to maybe express your emotions, or you just like how it sounds and looks?
well, I when I try to tackle a song, I try to tackle an idea. And this particular song in its nomenclature was namely about the rapid expansion of the universe and its the three ultimate fates that are theorized in modern physics. And mind you, I'm not a physicist, and this is something that was written 2 years ago. I reckon as a timestamp in time, and it's really interesting to me to try to put into context, at least in a creative aspect, what is something that is slightly terrifying, which there are a lot of big words in there, and namely the song is about the big freeze or the big rip, the expanse of the universe and atoms and molecules being ripped apart in space to the point where particles themselves are divided and nothing is heard in that process because of the nature of space time. And once again, not a physicist, but it's a topic I enjoy reading and writing about.
Okay. And it was this like are you a big science guy?
Sure.
Okay.
It's big science. I mean, I'm not a scientist. I like the expression of at least trying to express scientific findings through the creative realm of music, and at least how that is perceived in how folks like you, me, and all the good people who listen to our music would
Shout
likely
out.
perceive that. Yeah.
Yeah. Brett, what does this song mean to you?
Echoless?
Yeah.
Boy, I wanted to come out the gate swinging. So the double up D beat on that hi-hat was a real fun one for me. Just how harsh it is. Like there's no heavy part, so it's just like we're just gonna grind. It's
Mhm.
a skanker, you get a blast, and that's it. My favorite part in the song, honestly, is Jesse's mid section towards the end there. As far as drum wise go, though, the whole thing was all right. Just play fast, no stop.
Yeah,
Sounds great.
the whole thing meant to be a continuous, exhaustion of our energies all the way up until, we lay it all out in the line where Brett's blasting. I'm screaming out all those lines at the best I can, articulate it as we can. And yeah.
If you guys were to, change instruments, what would you change to, Jesse and Brett?
Ooh,
You guys ever play guitar or
buddy,
never
Oh.
dabble? Oh, you dabble in it?
I've had guitar parts on records, pimp, but I don't
Really?
know what I'm doing. Well, yeah, you put your finger somewhere and say, I don't know, let's ride that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Throw a gnarly tone on anything and throw some dissonant chords in there, buddy. You got a song.
Jesse, I could see you growing up as a bass player.
Likely
be-
so.
Accurate or non-accurate?
Nah, I've never really played any instruments other than, trying to dabble on guitar in a similar way, trying to do the dissonant chords and the dissonant sound like Brett's alluding to. But I really like to work out the right hand and try
Understand
to just,
that.
yeah, like it's passing, it help passes the time doing all those 16th notes at the right hand.
I feel that.
If I had to pick, I'd play bass though.
Okay. I respect that. I've been trying to, I want to learn how to play guitar. My dad knows how to play it. I told him he's got to teach me. We just haven't gotten down to it yet. But
Hey, man, you got
one
time.
day. I know, I do have time. I'm young.
Young
got
bull.
time. Young bull up in here.
You got
Yeah.
it.
So next song I got is The Portal Wound. You ready?
Yep.
So
Awesome. So this song you say, all flesh perforated from feeling, every agony ever endured, compartmentalized into a single moment. I think I said that correctly. What does this song mean to you? And what are these lyrics about?
Great question. So the Portal Wound is the last track off of From Whom Hell Shall Never Depart. It is our second EP with Terminus Hate City. What it means to me in particular is, being the closer of the EP, trying to lyrically wrap up, at least what the message of the EP is supposed to be. That song particularly to me means the timelessness of pain. To rip oneself out of a control of agony into a void of uncertain plight. It's a very eerie. I listened to it again because essentially asked the question. It's a very eerie song. I'm happy to have that included on that repertoire that is From Whom Hell Shall Never Depart. But that's my take on it.
Okay. Brett, what about you?
buddy, I'm going to be real. The only thing I know about that song is there's a gravity blast in it. I don't really remember recording it.
Really?
Yeah, honestly. Yep.
Do you guys play it?
No, we've never played that one live.
Okay.
That's a whole other part of it. It's like, we'll get a set. It's like, all right, this is what I need to hammer into my dome. Yeah.
Understand that.
Yeah.
So I've got one more segment for you guys. I won't take too much of your time, but this is probably the one I have been looking forward to so much. I've been trying to nail down a time to do this for so long, and I'm so happy we're here. I didn't tell you guys about this segment, but I like to call this one "How do you know that?" because normally everybody asks how I know this information. So who wants to go first? Actually, I've got who wants to go first, and then I've got one for both of you guys.
I'll go first. Hit me
You
with
want
it.
to go first? So
Knock this out.
Brett, hours before a show, you were running around the house trying to find a pair of drumsticks, and I'm assuming you couldn't find them because the only one that you could find were an autographed pair of Blue Man Group drumsticks.
Yep, that is true.
Did they end up getting damaged after the show, or?
I played them till they broke, dog.
When did you go see Blue Man Group?
That was with my high school sweet Kelsey, the girl that babysat you, dog. I went with her family.
She did babysit me.
Yeah.
And her mom works at Publix with me.
Pixley. Shout out Pixley.
Yes, of course. So I've got you both are obviously from the hometown of the great, boring town of Lexington. It's where I'm from as well. How long did you guys live there?
Whoa. Up until I was 21.
Okay.
18 years.
Where'd you guys grow up in Lexington?
I
I
grew around River.
Oh,
Go for it.
okay.
Slam it out.
Sunset Boulevard, all that kind of fun jazz.
We did Silver Creek. We were in Brandon Pass. We were in Kenwood, then Whiteford. Yeah,
Shout
I
out.
think I hit them all.
Shout out. We won't, I mean, we don't have to say addresses and stuff, all that, but tell everyone at home exactly your address now and what it was previously, if you don't mind. All that fun jazz. So Brett, you've played in a lot of bands over the years.
Yes,
These
sir.
include We Sail at Dawn, Terrigen Mist, WVRM, Brass Tongue, and Slugcrust.
Got it.
Did I miss any more?
Throne to Belial was one.
Throne of Belial.
Yep.
I think I knew
And then we talking guest spots or like things I was actually in?
that. I would say, I guess maybe that you were actually in.
All right, those. Yeah, you got it.
So yeah, you guys both actually played in Throne to Belial, right?
Mhm.
Brett, you played
Mhm.
drums. Jesse, you did vocals. Was that like the first band you guys were in together?
Sure was.
Yeah, that was it.
How was
That
that?
Yep.
Is that what drove you guys to be in this band together? That it's worked before, let's make it work again.
Definitely.
For progress.
Awesome. Jesse, I would love to know the backstory of Pete the Dragon.
Oh my goodness. Pete the Dragon. That was a Halloween ornament that was subsequently used by many friends of mine in high school, where we would, it was a derp looking dragon. You can imagine it might have looked like this. And
Okay.
and it was like a wooden prop we just put in the window or wave around 5 points in Columbia, the Columbia 5 points, all the Gamecocks go to get their middle lights in them. And then but as a bunch of teenagers with nothing better to do but just drive around and create soundtracks for Pete the Dragon to play through a Ford Explorer, is a great use of our time in high school. So no regrets, Pete the Dragon. Thank you for asking.
Okay. And Brett, you used to book shows at Birds Fly South,
I did. Yeah, I was the guy.
and
Or
that
as
was
far as the head.
you were a brewer at that bar, right?
I was the head brewer there for 6 years. Yes, sir.
Shout out, still doing brewing.
Still doing brewing. I'm at Southern Side Brewing Co. now, right down the street.
Shout out. Check
Shout
it
out.
out, everybody. So Jesse, your first band was called City Under Flames.
Mm-hmm.
Did this give you inspiration to be in a lot of other bands?
It certainly gave me a lot of traction to have the opportunity to be a frontman in a lot of other have my name in the arena of frontman in the Midlands, at least. That was a great opportunity, at least in high school, to start to play music and to play in a garage. You could probably play, if you probably could have heard it from the other end of 378 when I was playing in a garage band there. So it was a good opportunity, at least, to flesh out all of the all the things that may not have worked today then
Okay.
in terms of playing band. Yeah.
All right, awesome. And Brett, you're a big fan of Pokemon. I know that your favorite Pokemon's Blastoise.
Bet your beans, pal.
Awesome. What makes that one stand out to you more than like all the others?
Because when the OG Game Boy games came out, I got blue instead of red, and he's the cover on blue.
Okay.
It's like, I need this. This dude rules. Yeah.
Sure does. Jesse,
Yeah.
you got a favorite one or no?
I say I'm a little behind on the Pokemons, but I like Houndoom, if you ask me.
Okay. I appreciate that. So,
Yeah.
Jesse, you also used to work at Piggly Wiggly for years upon years, I heard.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. The Empire, yes.
The Empire. So, I as a fellow grocery store worker, how was it?
Well, I think I gathered that you work at Publix, I hear. Is
I
that right?
do. over in Lexington.
So you know what it's like to be, on fire 24/7 at a grocery store. It's
Sure do.
sure do. It's the same thing, except I had the keys to the store, and I don't know why they trusted me with it. But, that it was a great job, and one of the best jobs I've ever had at the Piggly Wiggly. So
Really? Were you a manager?
I was a manager there, and there was one right across the street from the Barnyard Flea Market. So a lot of interesting characters coming in and out of there, and able to see a lot, and a lot of 19, yeah.
Awesome. And I know you also just drove a race car at Anderson Motorway over in October.
Yes, I did.
How was that for you? I know
It
you're a
was
big
an
car guy.
I'm sure I like to get behind the wheel and just accelerate it.
Okay.
I might have goosed her a little too much into turn one, but we're able to salvage that into a couple more laps and up until the fateful turn 4 collision. But it's racing. That's what you're in for.
Okay. Understand that. Brett, you a big car guy or no?
Not really. I like Hot Wheels. Does that count?
That does count. I have a oh, you can't see it. I have a Hot Wheels just over on my wall. It's just kind of nice little collectible. Looks nice.
It is, man.
You never go wrong with a Hot Wheels.
No.
What's your favorite Hot Wheels?
I just got a Fiat, I think, the other day. It reminds me of the Yaris I drive. Big fan.
Shout out.
Tiny blue car. Big fan.
Thanks again, Tony.
Brett, I want to talk about your drumming abilities a little bit more. I've met you before, so now I can finally say I've absolutely never met someone who uses marching band sticks until I met you. What makes you want to do that?
So I've been working with my hands for the last 10 years, brewing. Got a lot of tri-clamp that you're squeezing things constantly to hold them into place. I got the idea from Zach Newton, my homie, brews at Newgrass Brewing. Shelby, let's go.
Shout out.
He was the drummer from Waft. So he was playing marching sticks, playing in Waft. It's just the bigger it is, the louder it's going to sound, right?
Right.
So, all right, I'll dabble. And then it just got to the point, if it's not a marching stick, it feels like I'm holding a toothpick. And it just doesn't feel normal. Like, I don't know, like this is how my hands look. Like they don't go straight anymore.
Okay. I understand that.
What do I do with these suckers, pal?
Yeah. And Brett, before your time as a brewer, Jesse, I would assume after your time at Piggly Wiggly, you guys were both at Tokyo Grill.
That's your bean.
And Brett was your boss. Jesse, I want to know how that was to have Brett as a boss.
Oh, well, one of the best bosses I've ever had.
Thanks, dog.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, for sure.
You
Gotta have a boss, who delivers and listens. That's what we got.
Easy job?
Yeah, we just hanged around the whole time, man.
Oh, really? How did you manage to be a boss at that place?
Just working there for a long time.
How long?
And Jesus, what? I started when I was 16 and I left when I was 21. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Young boss in here.
Yeah, so I started at Harbison, the Harbison location, and then I was going back and forth between that and Lexington, and then just got planted in Lexington. And that was the experience. Because one of our previous managers got fired for writing in fake tips.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, big time.
Be honest. Did you ever do that? Just be completely honest. Be completely honest.
And I wouldn't clown on TG like that.
Jesse, did you ever do that?
Would I give away stuff for 25 cents for sure, but I would never fake tip.
Okay. Jesse, you never did that either?
No, I was working at Piggly Wiggly at the time too, so I had no, I couldn't do that.
Oh, of course, I understand that. So I'm gonna take this back to 2017. Brett, 2017 West Coast tour. I heard that you mooned all the bandmates.
Dylan and I mooned him, yeah.
What was all that about?
Because we were in a transit driving through the desert, and Funeral Chic was in just a regular 15-passenger Ford van. We had we could stand up in this sucker, dog. Derek was working at Enterprise at the time, so we got a stupid deal, and it's like a 27-day run.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. And then yeah, we were passing them on the desert. So I pulled my ass out. Why not?
Figured it'd be a good time.
Yeah, it was hilarious. We laughed. We're in AC. They're not. I was having a great time.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Shout
Might
out
as well
Finley. Love that
might
band.
shout out, boys. Might as well make them feel bad.
Yeah.
Of course. So I've got a few more things on here. Brett, you normally dabble in Zildjian cymbals, and
Yeah.
I've been told that you think that they're crappy because they always break, and you always have to return them back to Guitar Center.
So I'm more pissed at GC than I am Zildjian because I know they're gonna break. But I love
Okay.
how 23-inch Sweet Ride, shout out. The Z3 Mega Bell I've had since I was 18. That sucker's a tank. It's never gonna break. Yeah, I'm more upset at the process I have to go through to get my money back.
Okay. Are you able to succeed in returning them?
Yes, I am. I mean, sometimes it takes a couple weeks. Sometimes I'm able just to go up to the shop and someone's like, "Oh yeah, this shit's busted. Like, here you go."
Mhm.
But they go through a second party. I don't even know what to call it. Firm. I don't know.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's who's dealing out their gift cards now.
Okay.
Insuring. So yeah, I got a bone to pick with them because it's always something. And I know
Yeah.
they see history. I haven't lied to them yet. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? I've done this 10 times now. You think I'm lying to you right now?
They're about to
No.
ban you from that place.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
You
I
just
don't
gotta
know.
buy them from like Sweetwater or something.
But they don't have the same 2-year warranty. So that's the thing, though, is when they
Oh,
buzz, then I get a gift card for the amount that I paid for it. And then the 2-year warranty is only 80 bones. So technically, I'm only paying $80 for a $450 symbol. That's the game, pal.
fair enough.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying?
450 for a symbol, man. I want them. I wish I could have these. I got these Meinl ones over here. Done me pretty well. I bought a Zildjian Crash. It was a little pretty penny, but I need, I think it's a 19-inch, I believe. I
What
needed it.
what brand?
Zildjian. It's just like a 19-inch Zildjian Crash.
Which one? A, K, F.
Um,
You got. Let's talk shop
or
real
no,
quick.
not Crash. Sorry, China. I think you can. Wait. This is gonna be hard to point my finger.
Is it the
Can't remember.
Oriental? What'd
It's
you
the
get?
it's the one all the way in the corner. Oh gosh, man.
You can't
Wait,
see.
that one.
there we go.
That one right there.
But like, what's the brand? Is it A? Is it K? Is it Oriental? What are we talking here?
We will never know.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say anything on it.
Does it sound good?
It sounds absolutely amazing. My mom doesn't like it, so that's how I know it sounds good.
I don't. Very, very, very trashy symbol. Then let's go.
Yes, and then I've got a really, really busted up Meinl Heavy Crash. I've got the really nice ride. And then I've
Nice.
got a Crash Ride. It's kind of off the camera. Then I've got like a little 5-inch splash on top of it that I hit every once in a while.
Right on, man. Yeah, good for you.
Making big moves out here. We're working on upgrading this. I wanted like that I think it's a Roland. It's like an all clear one. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a completely transparent drum set. So cool. I really
So,
want it, but it's really expensive.
so it's a Roland makes it.
I think so. I could look at Sweetwater right now.
I know, like Ludwig has one, the acrylite.
Yeah, that might be it. I could be completely wrong.
I think that's close.
Donor makes one as well. Um, I don't know what I'm thinking of. Or DW is what I'm thinking of.
You done them? They
And
definitely.
Pearl has a really nice one. I can't really show you, but it's like $1,200. It's a little excessive, but
That ain't bad for a sick kit though. 1,200 bones.
it's true.
Mhm.
And with the symbols, it's 1940.
That's also not bad at all. You're buying shells from DW. You don't even get a snare done for 3K, pal. It's probably gone them since
I
then.
do have a really nice snare drum. I couldn't tell you the name. I'll send it to you once we're done here, but
Yeah, please do. I want to know, man. I want to know what you're swinging.
Swinging everything, man. As long as I don't really care what it is, as long as I can hit it, I'm good.
Yeah. Does it sound good? Sick.
Yeah, it sounds great. Got to work on the crash, trying to get that thing to pop. I like how it sounds. The best representation I can give you is it sounds like the snare in Kissed by the Fire. Like it's identical,
Right
I
on.
think. So,
Big
all right,
time.
guys. Well, hey, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I really appreciate you coming on here. Got one more final question for you guys, and I want to know what your message to the world is.
As a band or personally?
You can do both, honestly. Just if you're in front of everyone in the world, everyone's gonna hear it. What would you say to them?
Oh, daddy, that's a big one.
Uh, for me, I'd say our band is for everyone who is, either a train hopper or a mathematician or, anyone who's just fallen off of, planet Earth and wants to hear something new. That's kind of what at least my message is, for at least the sake of the question. But, Brett, you got it.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm here to rock. I've always
Fair
loved.
enough.
I don't see me ever stopping. In my older age, just really trying to stay in my own lane and do things that I love and not piss anybody off.
Fair enough.
And maybe there's something else in there. For the life of me, I can't think of it.
It's understandable. Now, all this drum talk is making me want to go play drums. So
Here you, pal.
I really appreciate you guys hopping on here with me. I haven't looked forward to an interview as much as this one.
Means a lot, Owen. Thanks for
So,
having me.
yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. Any
Yeah.
final send-offs?
Uh,
Listen to Slugcrust.
let's
Listen,
see.
Slugcrust or Pete the Dragon will find you.
Yeah. Shout out to the boys. Shout out Reviler. Shout out Brass Tongue, even though that's my own band. Hell yeah. Shout out Slugcrust, even though that's my own band. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Owen. Shout out Stretch Armstrong.
Thank you.
Shout out Piggly
Yeah.
Wiggly.
Shout out Piggly Wiggly and Tokyo Grill, boys.
Hey, for that, boys. Let's go.
Did you have that prepared just for this?
Oh, my mom gave it to me yesterday.
No way.
Shout out Lori at Thanksgiving. Let's go.
Shout out, Mom.
Let's go.
All right, guys.
Shout-
I appreciate you so much, and you guys have a great night.
You too. Thank you.